Welcome back. You are tuned to the T.H.E.Jupiter Channel, and this is Election Night in America, special 2016 T.H.E.Jupiter Channel Election Night coverage. I'm your host, Maxwell Becker, aka the Jupiter Channel, and as promised, now is time for our integrative energetic forecast. Purpose of this tarot card reading is so that we may kind of look and see the equation of the energies integrating astrology, tarot, numerology into a spread of the tarot that I am the only person that I know of on earth that does, and it's based on a casino game that I work with. The game is Baccarat, and this is a Baccarat spread, and basically we are looking to see what side are the energies stronger on, the internal side or the external. And we see a lot of things by looking at the tarot in this way. And basically I set the intention that this reading will be for the purpose of how best can we move forward for healing after such a divisive election. I'm sick of the ads, and it's just, unfortunately, elections in America, at this point, we've started to show our ugly. This is where we show our ugly, the worst side of ourselves, and we're capable of so much more, and so much greatness, and so much goodness in this country. And unfortunately, this election cycle, it keeps getting worse. Last one, I thought, to this one, to God only knows what it's going to be like in the next. So, but we can hope for the better. Remember, we're not drawing a conclusion. If enough people start working with this energy, working with, whatever way they get to spirituality and consciousness, and raise the awareness, and start raising the awareness of others so that they are also going forward in a path of truth and consciousness. Sounds like a game show. I always wanted to be Bob Barker, side note. Anyway, so here we are. Without further ado, our integrative energetic forecast. All right. So, internal to us, we have the Page of Pentacles along with the High Priestess. And this is the direction they were given to me in. Both right side up. So, definitely looking at this predictive element, we are waiting for fairness, wisdom, sanity. Someone that is definitely, we have to get in touch with our feminine side, essentially. Both of these, the page, I've seen pages in different tarot cards that are represented by females. So this is very feminine energy on this side. However, what I would say is, we need to, again, shine a light on what's hidden. The High Priestess is sitting in between a black and a white pillar, and I would believe that the J I get is justice, and the B is, I'm at a loss for a B. I'll have to think about that some more. A lot of times when I'm reading the tarot, it does come to me later. Let me turn the card right side up. However, but it's still the polarity. It's the idea that, we need to be able to balance the polarity and make it cohesive and use all of our guidance and our resources and what we know is to be true, what we feel, to guide us forward. And a lot of times, especially right now in the sign of Scorpio, our feelings are hidden. So just as she's hiding the scroll, which to me looks like it says Torah. Torah, the Hebrew Bible, first 5 books of Moses. You know, I'm not subscribing to any one, practice. I believe that they're all great, but I think that there's a lot of history and, there's truth in everything. So for, this truth that we need to acknowledge and to shine the light on what's hidden, these hidden truths. And perhaps these hidden truths have always been there in some of our, greatest literatures. The Torah, the New Testament, the Quran, the Holy Quran. We're waiting. We collectively are waiting as waiting for the message of what are we going to produce next. Is it going to be solid? Is it going to be foundational? It's like the infancy of what is next for us. But again, I sense these feminine energies and, just this idea that we so far. The page I don't assign any value to, but this is the second card of the major arcana, the High Priestess. So we're at a number 2 at the energy that's within us. And that does kind of feel very, very apropos for right now, because right now it's out of our what we've been listening to and what we've been hearing, and it just the things that we have to deal with our life. Are we prepared for our future? What's the next president gonna do? How are we going to survive in this globalization and be able to provide for our children and our grandchildren and have us internally. We're very weak, but we get stronger by searching for our truth, whatever that truth is to you, as long as it comes from an authentic place. Looking at the energies that are external to us, or even things that we have bought into. Well, we have first the Justice card. The Justice card, right side up. And that has a value of an 11. So in numerology, we're going to go 1 + 1 = 2. It's a master number, right? And, it's the master healer, to be perfectly honest. The 11 in numerology, not necessarily the Justice card. But justice can be very healing. Think of how many times you feel that something was done wrong to you, and how much your energy shifts once you feel justice was achieved. So we have the Justice card over here with a value of 2, because 1 + 1 = 2. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. It's in reverse to me, so like this. And, this, I've said it many times, is one of the more disturbing cards to me in the tarot. From the simple standpoint is that it's so bleak, it's so desolate. You have a Tiny Tim figure and looks like a woman leading him, and they're both outside the cold, outside the warmth, away from any of their manifestation. 5s represent change. 5s represent change. What do we need to do to change? Sometimes we get abandoned because we've changed. Sometimes we don't change and we get abandoned. And I think that that's what this card is telling us, that in reverse, have we changed? voting center in a largely Democratic area that wanted to accommodate all the people that were there, and stayed open. Was struck down. But is it our systems that we've created? Is it our courts, our elected officials? Or is it when we reconcile what's inside our own nature and are at peace with it and have truly balanced it? So on this side, we're looking at a 1 and a 1 is a 2, and the 5 is a 7. So again, very, very strong energy on the other side of the equation, on the external things to ourselves. And remember, we have the 2 on the individual ourself side. The goal is 9. 9, there is no number over 9. And in certain instances, either side may draw up to 1 additional card. This card is a very significant card because it can change everything. And there is no number over 9. So let's say you have an 8 and a 7 together. You add it up, 15. You drop the 1, 5. You have a 7 and a 4. 7 and a 4 is 11. Drop the 1, you have a 1. So far we're at 7-2. And in the rules of the game, the external side is going to stand on that 7. The internal side will get to draw. And the card for the internal side is this. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. So, what does this mean? This means that there's in our lives that, is something that we do. It's when we're at our best. It's when we are the most altruistic. It's when we are the most giving without expectation, getting rid of all those expectations of what others need to do. It's all just about and giving your heart to the regardless of who's elected president. Abundance, because your family, your people that, if it's not a blood family, maybe it's the family that you through your social circles and your business dealings, whatever it is, the relationship. Far off reaching Sagittarius, just the most idealistic, and that's kind of what this is. Yes, we should be there with our lofty ambitions, our dreams, our hopes, and make sure that they come from our heart and that they are authentic. So that's if I were to look at this spread when working with a client, I would definitely have, also the type of healing tool that I would recommend in this case. There's so many out there, and definitely I feel that root chakra stuff and heart chakra stuff that needs to flow better. with a lot of people. And I would definitely recommend a treatment of Reiki. It's a beautiful ancient Japanese spiritual healing tool that is performed either with hands-on, or it can be done with no touch. Or Reiki master, please feel free to contact me if you're interested in more information and healing if you would like. But definitely get to your center. Really you in your life. Start softening your political ideals of what you expected to happen if your candidate won, if your candidate life. Live a good life for the people that love. Internal side is too. Channel. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, consultation, modalities, please feel free to contact me at the T.E.Jupiter at gmail.com for email. Website is coming soon, and of course that website. Maxwell Becker on election night 2016 for the T.H.E.Jupiter. Goodbye for now.